this worthy opponent, Wesley. So sum up your feelings right now after this incredible match.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I think this match. I mean, frankly, the way that I look at it is it really came down to who won that first match in the champions bracket in terms of who was likely going to win. I mean, we're so evenly matched. Wesley won yesterday. I won today. I mean, I would say that I think actually today Wesley was clearly the better player. I was not very sharp. Even though maybe the games don't look so bad, my calculation was horrible, especially in this first 10-minute game, this third game we played today. I mean, I thought I was just much better, and the next thing I know, I'm just like losing. I mean, I don't know if I'm actually losing, but I'm much worse in a night end game. And so I think my calculation wasn't great. I think Wesley was just better, but fortunately in the final game, I had this little silly idea with knight a4, and I was kind of hoping Wesley would make a blunder because after playing so many games, it's nice to have a simple win there. So it's tough, but I mean, I think either of us could have won. It just ended up being me though at the end of the day.
You surely wanted to end the matches and the championship yesterday. Unfortunately for you, you weren't able to do so. What did you tell yourself at night trying to get ready for this matchup?
Well, I mean, I was very very upset with myself. Without specifying, there's some other stuff going on that's significantly bigger than this tournament that I'll be announcing in the very near future that I've been dealing with throughout the event. So I was pretty upset because if I had the free day today, I could have taken care of some other stuff. But really, it's just sort of I had to reset because coming into this tournament, I had one goal, which is basically don't make a fool of myself and don't lose like 10 or 15 rating points in classical. That was my only goal. I know a lot of people will think that I'm just like showboating or making stuff up, but that was really the only goal I had in mind. And so when I looked at yesterday, having lost that match, I accomplished the first goal, which was not to lose a ton of points. And then it's sort of, if you could have told me I'd be playing a tiebreaker against Wesley for all the marbles today, I would be happy with that. So that's really just the attitude I had. But even beyond that, I mean, last night, I actually didn't really look at chess. I didn't do a recap. I didn't look at chess. I went out, had some beers, played some pool, and just forgot about everything. And it seemed to work out. So I just tried to get past it as quickly as I could.
It definitely did. Now let's talk about this final moment in this game. You played this move knight to e5. Did you think that he could ever touch that pawn on d2 in your wildest
No. I mean, I saw that it was just a blunder because the rook d1 knight c4 instantly. But the thing is, it's weird because and this is one of the dangers of using computers if you don't have all day, is this knight a4 move, which I played on move number 9. I deviated from the earlier game with this whole rook c1 knight a4.
Yeah.
I had looked at quite a few different moves here that were interesting, like queen a5 and b6 and other things. And then as Wesley was thinking for like a minute here, I'm like, well, why can't he just take on e3 and play b6 like he did in the game? So, I mean, it's like I got the time edge, but then when he did this, I'm like, well, what am I doing? I mean, I guess I should have taken with a d pawn, but after playing for so long, it's like, why do I want to play one of these end games? I mean, it's just, I felt like I should take my chances.
Yeah.
I don't think what I did was great. I think for Wesley, he just missed. Well, we both missed it, of course. But after in these positions where I go like where I go knight c3, I think he has knight e7 here at some point. Maybe not right away, but I thought he had knight e7 and knight g6. Because the way that I felt about the position is the only plan I had was to play like knight h4, knight f5, or like knight e5, knight g5. It feels like I should have something, but if black gets those two knights on f6 and g6, I don't even know. I mean, where's my center play? I can't really play d4 easily. I can't go e4. So I don't know. If he'd done this, I think there's a good chance Wesley would have been the winner actually. But fortunately, he played knight b4. I got knight e5, and then when he was singing for a while, and like right before he played this move, I think he like looked up and looked at me, and that's when I was like, I had a feeling he was actually going to play queen takes d2. And I mean, after a long day, it's a tragedy for the match to end this way, of course, but it's what it is.
Long tournament, long day as well at the office. Guys, join the conversation.
Really, I just have to say, congratulations. I thought you just played terrific throughout. You're very, very deserving winner. I know you call yourself an amateur, Hikaru, but you're beating the best pros that America could put up against you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like it's funny because I never, like, if you go back even like 3 years, I mean, I never do this, but actually when I've won some of these matches, like, like when I beat Wesley here, I said sorry because I mean, obviously for him winning this tournament would mean a lot more than it means for me, and I mean, I'm not trying to diminish it in any way, but I mean, I do feel bad on some level because like I'm just here trying not to make a fool of myself, and then I find a way to win. So yeah, I mean, it's not going to change anything though. Let's put it that way. I know some people think that it might change. I might have some grand ambitions. I'll play some tournaments. Maybe I'll qualify for the candidates. Maybe I won't. Who cares?
So what actually is next for you, Hikaru?
Yeah, so I mean, also, another thing I have to say is, I mean, I have to give a lot of credit to Wesley because playing like 8 days in a row was very hard. Well, I mean, I know I had the one rest. Playing like 8 days in a row was very hard, but Wesley had to play, I think, 9 days in a row, if I'm not mistaken. So he had to play every day here. I think he played in Germany. He played the Armageddon. He played the previous classical event. He played Tata Steel. So I mean, Wesley's been playing nonstop for 2 or 3 months now, and I mean, considering how tired I'm sure he had to be, his play was really, really good. So I mean, a lot of props to Wesley for that. Of course, for all of us, we now have the great joy of going and playing this Chess Champions Tour event in like 4 days or something. I don't know. It's very, very soon. So I'll be playing that, and then after that, I think finally things slow down, and I have this event in Norway Chess, which will be at the end of May. Maybe there's a Champions Tour event before that, but that's what I have coming up. So it'll be exciting.
One final question. Wesley did mention yesterday that you stream 24/7 and yet you still play at the elite level. How do you do it?
How do I do it? I mean, it's very difficult. I think one of the most important things is that because I'm not studying every day, I'm not playing all these tournaments, it's not as much of a grind. I think when you go from tournament to tournament and you play the same players, like say in 4 days I have to play Wesley. Well, I mean, maybe I will actually in this Chess Champions Tour event, but when you have to play the same players, you look at these same openings over and over and over again for weeks, if not months on end. I think that chess isn't so fresh. You start to get like bored, you start to get annoyed. I mean, there are a lot of different emotions that you have, and so for me, I think I'm able to just sort of look at it as like trying to play interesting chess, trying to have some fun, and really enjoying it because I know that I'm not going to get an opportunity anytime soon to play over the board chess. So that's just the mindset I have. I mean, it seems to work for me. But also beyond that, I think it's just that I am sort of playing with house money all the time, and I'm just trying to come up with ideas, trying to surprise my opponents. And I think there's a lot more on the line for them. There's much more pressure than there is for me. So I just find a way to make it work. But it's not easy. It's not easy at all.
Hikaru, congratulations. You are the 2023 American Cup champion.
Thank you, guys.